All right, guys, welcome to another evening of Call of Duty action. Patty, what is up? Hope you're having a great evening. Hopefully, everyone's having a good Tuesday night as we were working our way through yet another week. I always say, hope everyone's having a great so and so day, but I feel like they're all just kind of blending together at this point, which is sad. But yeah, hopefully, everyone's having a great start to their week. We had some fun action last night. Let me look and see what happened last night. Let's see. I think we only had, one match? Yeah, it was Lag versus Emergence last night. Lag won in map 5 in a match that they were outslayed really heavily, but they ended up getting the win thanks to their Search and Destroy coming up clutch, and maybe a couple mistakes for Emergence there that kind of cost them. But tonight we do have 3 matches as of now. Leading us off is AS1 Network versus Yuso Gaming. And this is a game that I think AS1 is going to be favored in pretty heavily just because they are arguably our top team, definitely a favorite, if not the favorite. So they should feel pretty comfortable against almost anybody in this league. But yeah, it's definitely a tough matchup for Yuso Gaming. Yuso though, they did lose 3-1 to Polaris. But I was going through their stats, and it actually doesn't seem like they were really outslayed a ton. So I'm not sure if maybe they're, well, I guess they could be plummeted or changed a little bit by search, but it looks like their hardpoint KDs were struggling a little bit. A decent amount of kills from them. Just overall some struggles with consistency in the slaying department. Search, they seem to be pretty solid on, but I know the side for AS1 Network is a very, very good search team. And their domination stats actually looks pretty good for USO. So we'll have to kind of wait and see how they look here against the cream of the crop in XP League, but only time will tell. And Patty, I think it's probably just this one. I'm not sure what channel Morgan is streaming the Void Clan game on, or Void Clan versus Anchor Gaming later tonight. So that one may be on this channel as well. But it's this one now, and then we have another one on B stream in a little bit, which is Reverence GG versus Anchor Gaming. So Anchor's playing twice tonight. I think Void's trying to play ahead a little bit as they have some stuff coming up in the next couple weeks. So they're trying to make sure they don't have any conflicts then. But yeah, we're waiting on a lot of matches to get posted here, so I assume we'll have a busy weekend per usual. Looks like Bishy's going to make his XP League debut here, as he did not play week 1, so excited to see someone else here playing for AS1, but I know all these players are so interchangeable. It's definitely scary for a couple of these teams that have to play them. Oh, Jaden, weekend was good, man. It was nice to not have to really worry about any matches, really. Like, obviously, you took one on Saturday, which is very much so appreciated, but having one day last week to just kind of let loose and not have to worry about it was pretty nice. But hope everyone else had a good weekend as well, a good 4th of July as we work our way through the summer, unfortunately. Even though I'm sure it doesn't feel that way because no one can really do much. But curious to see who the well, not every day is stressful, but there are some days where, like I want to go do something and I can't easily knowing that I have a whole bunch of matches that night and trying to find casters or trying to figure out, whatever else is going on. So having Saturday the way it was pretty nice. So I will definitely take that. But this should be a fun matchup here. Not sure who the fifth is going to be for AS1 tonight. We'll have to wait and see who else hops in the lobby. But this is going to be a good matchup for them, I think. I don't know a ton about Yuso Gaming in terms of players on their team or names. They are new to me and new to XP, but I feel like anytime AS1 plays somebody, they're going to be favored at least a little bit. So this is part of the squad that won last season. Risky was on that team, Young Just as well. I think everyone else is new to this team, but they definitely not not bad fill-ins by any means. So we'll have to see who their fifth is. But overall, I'm sure they will have a lot of slang potential. They lost 3. Yeah. They lost 3-1 to Polaris. Yeah, that Polaris versus Yuso matchup was pretty exciting because they were two new teams for us. So there's a lot of teams here that we're trying to learn a lot about. So that was definitely one of those good matchups where you kind of got to see two new teams, see what they're bringing to the table and stuff like that. But Sleepy's the fifth. That's right. I just didn't know who was actually playing tonight. They got I think 7 on their roster, so I never know who the fifth is going to be. But yeah, Sleepy makes sense. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to see Yuso. It just kind of unfortunate for them that they have to go up against AS1 Network here, is I think they're first in the Unreal Nightmare League. They finished first in ours last season, and basically Risky and Young just got first the year before that as well. So very, very consistent, very good players. They're not really lacking anything in the skill categories. So, that's right, Brooks. Yeah, that makes sense. Looks like we're gonna get rolling here shortly. Potentially, we'll see. All right, looks like we do have. I think it's actually Yuso that is hosting first, so this will be a early challenge for AS1 Network. Let me double check on that. I want to make sure. Yep, it looks like Yuso's hosting 135. Obviously, the 5 if we get there. But yeah, this is a big opportunity for them as AS1, like I said, definitely a very good team. Just looking at their stats, they've only had one match, and it seemed to be a pretty dominant one, as their lowest KD on the team was Debo with a 139, Risky had a 238, Ace with a 188, Young Just 168, Sleepy 194. So pretty impressive KDs there, but I have to remember and see who they actually played. It was Glow Up Gaming, who I think is a really new org. So this should be a much better test for them, but time will tell. And Pablo, bruh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So I think waiting for a couple more people to get in here. Looks like Sleepy is in here, so Brooks knew it. Knew it all along. It is good to see all these teams representing their orgs, though. That's it's a lot of fun. Tar Heel, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Got everyone hopping in here tonight. Things you love to see. Got an early match tonight at 6 o'clock my time, which is earlier than when we usually start. Haven't seen them generally start this early, usually like 7 or 8, but I will take it. And then we obviously have another one in about an hour and a half-ish. And that's going to be at 8:30 Eastern, Reverence GG versus Anchor Gaming. So that's going to be on the B stream as Cryo and Jaden are going to take care of that. I have been good, guys. I've been good. No complaints. All right, dog, can you please quiet? I would say the meta change, yeah. I would say it's changed. I don't think we're going to see it a ton different for like most of the teams in the league. I think most are going to kind of err on the side of whatever they feel most comfortable with. Whereas, you know, pro teams obviously will go with whatever. Jaden, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that. And yeah, Tar Heel. Obviously, the other one, I kind of got distracted by the question, but yeah, Void Clan is also playing at 11:45, so make sure to check that out as well. But yeah, the meta I think will change for the pros more so than will change more for pros than it will for us. Slithery, thank you for the follow as well. Like you'll still see a lot of ARs, maybe like during playoffs and finals and stuff like that. You'll see more of the meta kind of come into play. But these games where there's obviously like a couple top tier teams and then a couple of teams start trying to figure it out, and then a couple kind of that maybe need some major overhauls, you probably won't see meta really make a huge difference. So, but let's hop right into it here. So we are going to a Hackney hard point. This is going to be a tough start for Yuso. This is a map that definitely just disfavors the team with the gunny. As we do actually see, what is that gun? This game's version of a Tar. As we do see a great start for Young Joust. He's already 3-1, but this is what worries me about AS1. They just lock things down so well. They very rarely lose gunfights. And it looks like Yuso's trying to work their way through the spawn, but it's not going to work as AS1 is still racking up time here on P1, and they do still have spawns. Evo's using something a little bit different. This is actually probably a really good map for that gun. The Ram 7, that's yeah. I only use it in Warzone, so I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, this is probably the perfect map for it. You want to kind of close to mid-range gunfights. If you aren't a sub player, that's probably the perfect AR for you. But this is a perfect start for AS1, as they're going to get basically all the time on P1. Bishy's still here holding it down. He's just playing his life. He's finally going to get cut down, but that's a 50-point start and holding spawns. And it looks like Yuso's going to be in a giant hole here to start off. You see Yonjo's just patrolling this middle area. Evo already has 7 kills. Evo 8-3. He is absolutely popping off so far here. He's doing a lot of work with a gun that I think a lot of people didn't really think was viable, but when you're playing like this on a map like this, it may be a little bit more meta. Who knows? Maybe we'll see it used. As Yundas doesn't use a gunfight, he'd probably like that back, but this is going to be an enormous lead as AS1 is making their way towards 100 points already. Looking at the side of Yuso, there are 3 players that have 1 kill. Finally, Scuba's going to get off that Schneid a little bit as he gets up to 2, but Native 1-8, Fapid 1-7. Just a real struggle here as the other two are trying to keep themselves competitive a little bit here, but this is a very brutal start for the side of Yuso. And it's no knock on them. It's just that's kind of what AS1 does to you. It's a very, very good team. That's constant pressure, very good comms. They play a lot, grind a lot, know all the spots. So impressive start here as they're about to go up by 100 points. Epic's going to get a big 2-piece. He's trying to at least slow down the points for AS1 a little bit, as he's actually going to find 3 in a row. So he's trying to keep his squad in it. Young Justice is going to get taken out there by Scuba. He's trying to cover this top side. He's going to get shot in the back by Bishy, though. And of course, our reinforcements there. Ram 7 actually did run out of bullets there. Toronto, thank you for the follow. We're getting closer to 1,600 followers. AS1 about to get back to that 100-point lead, as we are going to see it grow a little bit. Yuso's not really close to the hill here. And Sleepy is just pumping him down mid-map because he's got a 4-piece. He's going to finally get taken out by Dirty Demon, but it's not really going to matter as this lead continues to grow. And it's just so hard to win gunfights against a team where all 5 players are very, very confident in what they're trying to do. Sleepy's going to have some good timing here, you'd think. Gonna find 1, is he going to be able to find 2? He's going to find the 2nd as well, as him and Risky are just eating him up. Risky 9 and 7. He's kind of not really doing a whole lot here. He's just trying to hold down spawns, but overall, you see Sleepy at 17 and 6, Fishy 15 and 4, Debo 14 and 11, 11 and 7. Just very impressive play here as they're closing in that 200-point mark. They have spawns for P5. This looks like it's going to be a very fast map number 1. Risky just soaking up that hill time. Really no one for Yuso is even threatening this hill. This is one of the more impressive hard points like I've ever seen, especially on a map that's so chaotic. You don't usually see teams just lock things down like this, but very impressive here for AS1 as Sleepy's going to take out Native in a kind of ugly fashion there. Looks like Native is just spinning in circles. He was not too happy with that knife there. And it looks like we are going to have a pretty easy map number 1 win here for AS1 as they might win by over 200 points. I don't know if I've seen a win that bad since Black Ops 4. As Scoop was going to take out Young Just. Risky, of course, is there. He's going to find 2. Why not? I think he saw the 2nd or 3rd. Yep, he did, of course. And this is going to be it here, you would think. As Yuso trying to make it respectable. AS1 is trying to get a couple more points on the board for just for fun's sake. And that's going to be map number 1. Wow, that was incredible. I really figured this was an opportunity for Yuso to try to make a statement, but AS1 just came in here and was not messing around. They looked dominant as they just were not missing shots. Man, just an unbelievable map number 1 there. And you see, Epic actually played pretty decent, 19 and 20, not too bad, but you know, when everyone else is just losing every gunfight, it seems like they were constantly sprinting into 2 ARs. If for some reason they got past the 2 ARs, you had Bishy there with a mid-range AR hanging out. They had Bishy with the, or I'm sorry, Debo with the mid-range AR, Bishy and Young Just with the SMGs. Just it's such a hard team to play against, but we are going to a game mode where I think Yuso should feel a little bit more comfortable, at least. You would hope. Yeah, Brooks, I'm definitely with you, man. That squad is very dominant, and there's a reason why part of this team has won the last 2 seasons, so. I don't know what kind of amateur teams would, well, outside of like the P2P teams or anything like that, I don't think I've really seen a team that could beat this squad or any of the variations that I've really seen. We saw Cheeto's team in playoffs last season get very, very close, but lost in a map 5, second best of 5. So they were the closest competition I think I've ever seen come up against this team. So pretty impressive overall as they dominate map number 1. And we're going to go into a search or destroy here. Curious to see what map we're going to play and if Yuso shows signs of life. Yesterday we did see... yeah, Tar Heel. No, you guys have looked really, really good. Absolutely. It's so hard with AS1 because they don't only play well structurally, but they play well just gun skill wise, and that's the biggest difference for me. And I think you guys are very, very good structurally, and win maps you maybe shouldn't just because you hold spawns and rotate well and whatever else, but their gun skill is from top to bottom at least is really what separates it for me. So Cheyenne or Cheyenne, whatever that is, we are not a mini league. We're a league, a normal league, I guess. But yeah, we are a league. And Lovey, I think I'm not going to be casting it. It's going to be Cryo and Jaden. So, or 50 cal. Here we go. Gun under search and destroy. The Heartbreaker's showing some love. You love to see it. Got everyone here hanging out. Always great. Up to 44 people. Can't join at the moment, unfortunately, as we are mid-season, but the only requirement is you need to play for an org, and there's an entry fee. So outside of that, that's pretty much it. But here we go. If this game would let me switch players, I'd be ecstatic. There we go. We're going to see Young Just and Bishy. Young Just finds 2 over towards Cole. He's just holding that side down, and I think Risky into the player up on top. He's going to get taken out. Fatbid does find 1, but he is the last one alive here. He's going to find a second there, so 1v3. As you see these players for AS1 Network just hunting him down. Young Just will find his 3rd of the round. That's an easy round number 1. Here we go. If Yuso doesn't make this map competitive, it's a little bit tough. The respawns you would think are going to be kind of out of reach for him, but the search is one where they should feel at least pretty confident to compete here. But I say that, but AS1, even though they are a very good respawn team, their search is very, very good as well. That's nothing to shake and stick at by any means. As it looks like we do see Yuso getting a couple kills here. As Scuba Steve finds a couple. He's going to get traded out, though. Steve comes from behind. That's going to be a 2v1 as Fatbid is the last one alive. Once again, it all falls on his shoulders. As that's going to be the round as AS1 goes up 2-0. And Cheyenne, sort of, I mean, we are catered towards, or we are structured for orgs just because they have resources that, the players can rely on. Doesn't have to be like a licensed org or anything like that, but a Twitter org or something like that for sure, so. Bishy's going to find 2. And that's going to be another hot start for AS1 as Young Just finds 1. Devo's going to find 1. Last one alive is Fatbid once again as he finds 1 there. He's going to get shot in the back, I would think. Nope, Fatbid, he's going to find another kill. It's going to be a 2v1. As it is Risky, Young Just. I'm just curious as to why they're not putting the bomb down. They're just deciding to hunt this player instead of put it down, but sounds like something that this team would do. They are just sprinting around trying to find him. That's going to be a wasted dead silence for Young Just there. And there's another round for AS1 in pretty impressive fashion there. Cheyenne, everything is done through DMs. I don't have a website that anybody does it through. I would much rather have people just shoot me a message and then we can, or questions can be answered quickly. So that's how we do everything at the moment. In the future, that may change, but I just like doing things through DMs. So that's how sign up happens. But this is probably going to be our last season for Modern Warfare. I think we're just going to do a fun league after this. Or take a little break before the first season of Cold War, so we'll see. Already a perfect start for AS1 as Native takes out Devo, trying to come from the side. Native in a pretty good spot here if anybody for AS1 gets antsy, but I can't switch players because this game is awful. Native does take out his team with a grenade, and that is not what you need if you're Yuso Gaming. It's Fapid, the last one alive. Fapid's been the last one alive in every round. He's doing a pretty good job of playing his life. He's gotten a couple of kills, but unfortunately, when the rest of his team is dropping, it doesn't really matter. Alright though, Dirty Demon did get first blood there. He gets responded immediately as Devo takes out Epic there. That's going to be a 4v3. Down just finds another kill, and Devo's going to take out Fapid there, who's finally not the last one alive. It is now just Diva, as he's going to get beamed. That's going to be another round for AS1 as they are going for a 6-0. We don't have... Oh my, I need to update the map count. I've been so bad at that recently. I don't know why. We're just going to do this so I don't forget. We don't have a Instagram. Haven't really messed with that, but you can find us on Twitter at XP... I think, or at XP Leagues. As Scuba Steve's actually going to take out 2 there, along with Epic getting a sniper kill. So finally things going the way of Yuso here. As it is just Risky and Devo, the last 2 alive. What's Risky going to be able to find? He's going to get some shots on. He's going to find one. Will he get traded out? There it is. There's a trade. Devo trying to clutch this up and give it to the 6-0. He's going to be able to find nothing. And that's round number 1 for Yuso there, finally. Behind a good individual play there by Steve. COD Legend, thank you for the follow as well. And to answer the question, yes, that there are prizes for first. They are cash prizes, so with the buy-in, there is a prize pool, and then plus we use our Twitch revenue as well to add to the prize pool. Smalls and Lovey, thank you for the follows. Appreciate that, guys. But AS1 is going to look to try to shut this down here. And, okay, Risky got very good time in there. Devo does take out Fapid as well. And this is looking like it's going to be the map as there goes the other 2 for Yuso. Last one alive is going to be Native. He actually might be sniping somewhere. And there he goes, and that's map number 2. Pretty impressive fashion there for AS1. 6-1 victory. At the moment, I do not have an EU league. I know for our first 2 seasons, we did have an EU team or 2, but unfortunately, due to the host issues and ping and whatever else, they decided to stop playing. Black Mambas, thank you for follow as well. But I would love to have an EU division. I just need someone else to run it, as I don't have time to do that one as well, unfortunately. So maybe in the future. In the prize pool for the season, I think it's going to be at least $975. Have to see what it's going to be after the Twitch revenues added in, but for the time being, $975 as a base. Impressive start here for the side of AS1 is, I kind of figured the regular season for them is more or less going to be a way for them to get practice. Their match against E-Girl Slayers may be decent. Trying to think of who else. Kings of Today might be a solid matchup. Polaris could have a pretty good shot. But outside of that, it's going to be tough. Heartbreakers could put up a decent fight as well. But AS1 is just so good from top to bottom. It's very difficult for teams to be able to keep up and keep their structure while also slaying out. And, you know, they can do it with a wide variety of weapons, as we've seen here. Born to Anchor, thank you for the follow. But here we go. What is going to be the margin of victory here for AS1? I don't want to doom them, but they are just playing a very impressive brand of Call of Duty right here. And I think we're kind of seeing the difference between, you know, middle tier amateur teams and a very, very high tier amateur team. They know how to get spawns quickly. They trust each other. The comms are always very, very good, and it helps when you shoot lasers. So that's a very lethal combo of things. Mr. Canvas, thank you for follow as well. The PowerPoint score was like 250 to 38 or something like that. Pretty impressive win. So, as Young Justice is patrolling this coal area, he's already 4-0. He's going to lose that gunfight against Fatman, though. Germany, if people request it, then we will ask them to hand cam, but more often than not, a lot of these players are known within the community. So if there's somebody questions, then yes, we will hand cam. But outside of that, no. But it looks like this is another impressive start for AS1 as they are going for the triple cap, and it would not surprise me if Yuso shut this down early. We already saw, I think it was Dirty Demon doing 360s somewhere, as Bitchy's going to find two. Does he know there's a third? He does not, as Fapid takes him out. But this is a tough matchup to watch at the moment, and I definitely know where Yuso's at, as I have been in this boat before. And playing against a team like this is not overly enjoyable. That is for sure. I don't know if that grenade actually hit Young Justice there, but we don't have any process for watching out for hacks. Like, obviously, if there's issues or people suspect it, then we'll look into it. But we don't have any set process for stopping that stuff. It's something where it's a little bit difficult to do on console, anyways. And we have found over the last year and a half that if someone is cheating, the truth generally always comes out. People love bragging about it, so we will find out one way or another. AS1 is trying to build themselves a big lead here. As AS1 is just starting to pull away, but Yuso is on B, trying to lock things down, and Bitchy's over here towards C, trying to maybe neutralize it or get the AC hold. That grenade came in, did not hit anybody, and he's taking his time working his way towards C, playing very patiently as the rest of his team is over towards B. They have not been able to neutralize it yet. Bitchy's gonna get shot in the back, though. Epic does double back. Good play by him. And it looks like Yuso started to fire back a little bit. Scuba is struggling. He's 1-7, but Epic playing pretty well, 10-7. There are a couple other players that seem to be a little bit more confident here in domination. As Risky loses that gunfight, one he wishes he could probably have back. You actually see that the top slayer in the game is Epic, so AS1 is just kind of taking kills from each other. Epic's going to get taken out, as they are going to be able to get A is AS1 Network, and they should be able to defend B here as well. Yeah, that's for sure, man. Definitely rely on these players to kind of police themselves, and they actually do a pretty good job of it. That's something that I've seen is if if they see somebody cheating or know of it, they will definitely do everything they can to call them out. So, but AS1 taking control here. 30 seconds left in the half, and this lead just continues to grow. This is going to be a large lead going into half number 2. As it looks like the side of Yuso is just going to go ahead and turn grenade and teammates, because why not? This is most likely going to be a hot 3-0, barring one of the more miraculous turnarounds I've seen. And I don't want to take anything away from AS1, because they could very well be a playoff team. It is top 3 teams from each division make the playoffs, and then a wild card team. So it's going to be top 16 overall, or I guess 16 teams. Not I guess technically the top 16, but 16 teams overall. So these guys can definitely sneak in as the 3rd spot in Division 2. I think it's pretty open. As Yuso is going to come on the flank here and just cut these players on at B. Yes, and Born Anchor, yes, there are other matches tonight. Anchor does play twice tonight, that's correct. Once against Void Clan, and once against Reverend CG, so. Oh, you guys are on top of it. Look at this. Actually, I need to do this. I need to do this to Jaden here, if my computer would work properly. Can I switch my stuff here? There we go. Finally. This is going to be a pretty boring end to this series, guys, unfortunately, as we're not going to see a ton of excitement in the last 3.5 minutes, unfortunately. Yuso is over here just trying to pad his stats. Looks like Native is just spinning in circles. He's just having fun right now. Why not? And like I said, these last 3 minutes, I don't think we're going to have too much excitement, unfortunately. As Yuso, I think, realizes that this is just about over. You see a couple of them just kind of have some fun. As they are losing gunfights at, I think in other COD games they'd probably win, but it's Modern Warfare where the gunfights are a little bit strange. As Dirty Demon does pick up a nice 2-piece there. He will get traded out though by Sleepy. He's going to find 2 of his own. And this is definitely going to be a stat pattern for the side of AS1 as one player I think already left. Not sure who it was, but even with the 4v5, there's not going to be a whole lot of difference here. Yuso might be able to make the score a little bit more respectable here. Patty, I believe so, yeah. He's casting that match. I don't know what channel it's going to be on, though. It's either going to be on this channel or on Morgan's. So we'll have to wait and see. Buds, thanks, man. This map is a minute and a half away from being over. There's only so much I can say. This is actually more like a just chatting session than it is a casting session, so I apologize for that, guys. But we are seeing the strength of AS1 here is a player for each team has left. Actually, looks like Yuso's player did come back for the time being. AS1, even with the player down, just continues that 100-point lead as Yuso is going to rack up kills at this point. Oh my, Young just actually almost won that gunfight. Buds, yes and no. Like, the fact that you guys won that domination was really impressive. The searches you guys winning weren't all that surprising. How you won the first one was kind of surprising, as I think Emergence would like to have that back. But overall, Damon, thanks for the follow. But yeah, that was an impressive win, man. Very impressive 3-2 win there. And it should give you guys some momentum going forward for sure. So, but that's going to be a hot 3-0 in this series. We are not going to get the stats for, who was that, Debo? He went ahead and just got out of there while he could. Major Slapahoo, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, Buzz. I mean, Hardpoint's tough. There's some really good slaying teams in this league, so you know that'll probably take a little bit of time to kind of figure out how to play or how to win without out slang. But overall, you guys looked pretty darn good yesterday for sure. So, but that is going to do it for us here, as we had a very dominant map. I'm sorry, series for AS1 Network there, a 3-0, and none of the maps were really all that close. But that's also kind of to be expected, as AS1 is kind of like what I said earlier, arguably the best team in the league. So not all that surprising to lose that. If you're Yuso, there's no shame in it by any means either. A very good team they were put up against, as I'm just getting kicked out of everything right now, apparently. But that is going to do it for us, guys. We will be back with you in a little bit, as the B stream will have Reverence GG versus Anchor Gaming, and then at 11:45 Eastern, it'll be Void versus the same Anchor Gaming, casted by Morgan Dunn. And like I said, it'll be either on his channel or ours. You'll see it on our Twitter somewhere. But absolutely. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your evening. For those that were hanging out, I very much so appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the orgs, the league, and the players. You guys are awesome. And Nudie, thanks for the follow. And Patty, you as well. You have a great evening. But I will probably be back with you guys tomorrow, as we have Heartbreakers versus Monarch set now for 8 Eastern. I'm sure we'll have more get going tomorrow as well, but that's all we have for now. So stay tuned, and we'll give you as much information as we can. Have a good night, guys.